On this episode of Community Connections, we'll discover how this family-owned business is rooted in the pursuit of excellence. Welcome to Community Connections.
Thank you.
As a family-owned business, you've had an incredible story to tell. Tell us more about how your business began.
So it was back in, it's 40 years ago, actually, last month.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Right on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. So my dad started it, so I was actually -5 and you were probably about -8.
Yeah.
So it was before we were born. Started it as it was just a small little business that was started in actually the basement of the house that they were in, and it was a pretty rough little small house. Mm-hmm. And then from there was a small shop. We were in Tennessee, and we were Mennonites. Grew up Mennonite, and just Nate and I grew up working it. There's 9 kids in the family, so we all just pitched in and worked, and we had a few employees, but nothing really until about 2004 when we relocated to St. James. We had a couple places we had been in between, but when we moved here to St. James, we put our first, what we thought was a big shop, which was 12,000 square foot, which is the building we're in right now, and it's just been growing from there. So.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so 3 years after we put this building, which I think is about 3.5 times the size of what we had before, we put a warehouse on, another 9,000 square feet, and then was it 7 years after that we put another addition on. So right now we're about 54,000 square feet.
Wow, that's a lot of
So
square
grew a
footage.
little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. With a mission to provide the finest craftsmanship possible, what specific industries do you guys work with?
You want to answer that?
You go ahead.
So mostly our biggest market's medical. Mm-hmm. We also do work in the restaurant space, some office space as well. But about 60% of our work goes into the medical space.
Well, you guys definitely work very closely with your customers. What does your company focus on?
So a lot of people think we make cabinets here, which we do. We make cabinets, we make countertops, reception desks, mm-hmm. stuff like that. But our clients really value the design side almost as much as the actual cabinets. So we bring a value design to the marketplace, and then we work on. In some of the cases, we have different business models that we go. But a lot of what we do, we'll help provide the best solution instead of just the cabinets. We try to do a provide model that gets the whole thing, not just the architect designs it, and then we try to figure it out the best we can. So we try to add value through that way.
What is the most important thing you guys try to deliver to your customers?
Yeah, so one of the really big things for us is our on-time delivery, and like our record is almost perfect. And so that's something. If you got a lot of what we do is healthcare, so I've got a healthcare facility that's got an open date. Hitting those dates is really important to our clients, and so for us, hitting that on-time delivery is super important.
With a focus of excellence, what are the steps to designing cabinetry for your customers?
Well, it's just one part of a big piece, but when we get a project, or we're starting in the beginning, we lay out a really good plan, a good schedule, and with all the different milestones, make sure we're hitting the milestones up to that. And that way we're not rushing it, that way we're not just slamming it out, and then we can make that backs up for our quality, our on-time delivery. Everything's tied to that. We want to make sure before we even start that, we know how we're going to end it, and with all the steps in between. Your
company has received numerous awards through the years. Back in 2020, you guys received the Small Giants Award from Forbes. Tell us what that means to you guys.
Yeah, so that award is reserved for companies who are not as interested in, hey, how big can we get, but how good can we get? And so for us, operational excellence is something we're really focusing in on right now, and probably for the near future, for at least a while, we want to get better. We want to set a good foundation before we do a lot of growth.
You're also known to hire people who are willing to work hard and overcome any obstacle. Tell us how you work with employees and develop their skills.
So we've had quite a few employees over the years that some of them didn't actually have the best path to get here. Some of them had some rough paths. But what we look in each person is not where they were, but where they're going and where they are today. And so we've got some incredible people that have stepped up that would have not otherwise had a chance. I've got 2 people in Path that they're responsible for a good portion of our business that had really rough paths. They came in, they started on the plant floor. They're doing really well today. Those are 2 that I can think of. There's others as well, and they have just conquered challenge after challenge, and they bring a lot to the table. It's really incredible to see. We do bring in people with a lot of experience as well, and and then we all just work together as a team to help fill those gaps. But we really work on developing, getting people the core infrastructure they need, help give them leadership training, get some of the things that they never were taught or didn't have an opportunity to. We break it down for them instead of making them push real hard past what they never had an opportunity to learn.
Creating such top quality, high-notch products takes a good design team. Tell us more about your design team that you have here.
Well, it's run by my sister, so we're probably a little biased. She does an incredible job working. She works directly with owners. She works directly national companies to help them standardize. So these problems they've been having over and over again, she helps them standardize the design, and then some of our other design team has been going and jumping in and doing that. I'd say our design team probably is the strongest attribute of our company. I put it up against any design team out there. So.
Well, being based in St. James, Missouri, what do you guys love so much about your community?
Wine.
Okay, something other than wine?
There's really genuinely good people here. People that, I talk to friends that are in the cities and they're always worried about getting sued. They're always worried about this. They're always worried about, all these crazy things happening. And here we're able to have just a good communication with our people. If there's an issue, we're able to work it out really well and be very transparent with it. It's just a really good team here, a good group.
But you've recently partnered with FCNB on some projects. How has that experience been?
It's been really good. I've enjoyed working with Matt and the team. It's kind of a breath of fresh air working with folks like the people at FCNB. When it comes to obstacles, they've overcome them and haven't let little things get in the way. I remember when we were getting close to closing, I got COVID, and that was back when COVID was a little bit more impactful, and
yes.
So I had to stay home, and so Matt worked with me to do a virtual closing. So we got on Teams, and he'd walk me through every step and share the screens or whatever, and just made it really easy. And so yeah, it was a breeze. I really enjoyed working with the group.
If someone is interested in using you guys for the next project, how would they contact you?
There's 2 ways. One is go to our website, cohenwoodworking.com. If there's some a project they want to, they can email it to estimating@cohenwoodworking.com. And our phone number is 573-265-7070.
Well, Ben, Nate, thank you guys so much for joining us today on Community Connections.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.